Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to Big Talk Podcast Pigskin Edition. I am your host, Q Nelson. I am surrounded by my fellow good co-hosts, Andre Price and Bowden. So, how are y'all guys? How was your day today?
Doing pretty good. Fighting over this little cold I got, but besides that,
Shit.
good.
That was me last week. I'm doing good though, man. Hope everything's going well up there for you guys at Bluffton. Q, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Just a little bit on the tired side. Work and school kicked my butt today.
I
I
feel
had a had a test that I was not prepared for, so I'm waiting on results right now. And hopefully it's above 50.
You were
And
smart
God,
dude, so I know you did good.
oh yeah, I hope so. Because I mean, I took great notes. I just wasn't really mentally prepared for it. Just off the fact that I'm not really feeling too hot or too well today. It's that blood and flu.
What's
yeah.
going on?
It's making its rounds. It's making its rounds, man. So guys, let's dive right into it. Let's talk about Indiana and Illinois. To me, this is going to be one of the biggest games this week for the Big Ten. It's two ranked teams, and this is going to really showcase what Illinois and what Indiana can actually do. All right, Indiana offense is lucky a high power offense. They quarterback Fernando, he thrown for 708 yards with a 72.4 completion rate and 9 touchdowns. So he is really fairly accurate. He is accurate,
Mhm.
To add to that, zero interceptions so far this season. He's
man. Zero.
really, really good.
Yes, he been saying that thing, but the running back room is honestly pretty crazy. They got three running backs that's above or at 200 rushing yards.
Mhm.
They are stacked. They are stacked
And
because go ahead, Dre.
I was gonna say, and I think that how high powered Indiana's offense is gonna be a big thing for this game. It depends on how good Illinois can step up on defense because their big corner, um, Xavier Scott, he's most likely out for the game, and
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge loss. Like he was first team All Big Ten last year, and to lose
Mm-hmm.
one of the best guys to a high powered offense like this, like you need your secondary to step up. You don't know how ready they are for the game, but we're gonna find out this weekend because they're definitely gonna be tested. And I would hate for my first big game to be against a quarterback like Indiana's.
Yes,
Yeah,
and and
definitely.
plus, like in the DB room, they have to guard Omar Cooper Jr. because he got 13 receptions for 299 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's going to be a big factor outside of the run game. Cooper is going to be one of the biggest factors in the pass game because you're going to have to step up and guard him. And like you said, if they DV, if they prize DV is out, somebody going to have to step up. But I foresee Cooper having an amazing game, honestly. So I he should break he should break almost 400 yards, 400 receiving yards this game, and I foresee him having about a touchdown or two.
Yeah, definitely. Having Xavier Scott out is a huge loss for Illinois. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, for like you said, first team All Big Ten last year, like absolute dog. And this is definitely going to open up the field for Indiana. It's going to give them the ability to take some big shots than
Hmm.
they have previously this season. I mean, they've played some smaller schools, they've been able to do it, but when do you get the opportunity to play against a ranked team in the top 10 and take huge shots down the field? And I want to say this is a disservice by ESPN and Fox that this game is not either big noon kickoff or
Mhm.
college game day.
Yes,
I,
because
I don't
this
I don't understand what's running through both of their minds. How did not one of them pick this? This is a
Um,
exactly.
huge matchup. This is a potential like playoff play-in game almost.
yeah,
Hmm.
pretty much, yeah.
Indiana is coming off of a playoff berth last season in the first year of the 12 team. And
Hmm.
Illinois, I mean, they're ranked in the top 10 right now. If they continue to play this way that they've played all season, they're probably only going to lose to Ohio State and make the playoff.
I was gonna say, and that's potentially. I mean, you never know like what this game does to the rankings, but like if say Illinois was to lose and they stay, you feel me, not too far off from that 12 spot, that's four teams we have in the college football playoffs, and then you
Hmm.
never know what happens with the season, so we might even sneak in even more.
Yes,
100%. I
yes.
mean, Illinois, they could lose this game and lose to Ohio State. And as long as they don't get blown out in both of them, still
Hmm.
have a very good shot at the playoffs at the
Yeah.
end of the season.
Yeah. And Illinois also has a high power offense too, with Luke Allmeyer with 709 passing yards, 71.8 completion rate, 8 touchdowns, and he had one rushing touchdown also. So both of these offenses, they both of the offenses quarterbacks are going to be pretty nice. So it's going to be rarely any incomplete passes or passes that never should have been thrown.
Mhm.
Because these both of these quarterbacks are playing very, very good football so far. And even though they haven't been tested yet, but they still overly performing, and
Well,
that's still
well, let's
amazing.
go back. Illinois, they were kind of tested. Now I
Yeah,
know
they
Duke isn't great. Duke's
mm-hmm.
not amazing. They have a good quarterback there, so their defense had a little bit of a test. And I know Illinois ended up blowing them out. But let's not
Yes.
take away from that game because that was a great win for them and it proved a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Proved a
Oh,
lot.
yeah,
It
it
did show a
did.
lot though. It showed that Illinois starts out slow because when you look at Duke, like they're a good team, but they're not a
A
great team.
great
They're,
team.
they're not going
Mm-hmm.
to be in the top 12. They're not somewhere we're looking for the college playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to be a college playoff team, potentially a top 12 team, like I feel like that shouldn't have been as close as it was. Like that first half, like Duke really could have won that game if they didn't just let things go. But like if you watch the game and not just like the highlights or the stats at the end, like that was a much closer game than it should have been. And
Definitely.
Indiana would have never let it stay that close with Duke. So
I
Illinois
agree with
needs to
that.
be on point today because this is big. This starts out that Big Ten because they just played Western Michigan and like
Mm-hmm.
Big Ten, but like it's not really like you're welcome to the Big Ten moment, and this is for them. So they got to lock in, take this week serious, and be locked in and dialed in at practice.
Yes, they do. And yes, they do. And just like an overview statistic on Illinois defense, in the last 3 games, they have a total of 5 takeaways, 1 pick, and four forced fumbles and 4 fumble recoveries, which that's how they got the five. But they only let up 22 points within 3 games, which is once again not bad either. Indiana, on the other hand, almost identical stats. Almost identical. 5 total takeaways, still 1 interception and four forced fumbles and 4 fumble recoveries. And they only giving up 23 yards a game. I mean, my bad. 23 points a game. So it's they both these teams are looking very, very similar, and this is going to be a great game to honestly watch.
And
Yeah,
It's
both of
going to be
their
a
both of their defenses, yes, they know how to take the ball away. They know how to get
mm-hmm,
those turnovers.
yes.
But like Indiana, they haven't really had any turnovers this year, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously they've played some smaller competition, right? Like that plays into it, and so has Illinois. But we have seen some turnovers from that Illinois offense, so maybe that's the biggest factor here is who turns over the ball.
Yes.
One turnover in this game could decide the whole thing.
I was gonna
Yes.
say that. Yeah, definitely need turnovers. Even who wins special teams. It's like when you watch it, you're kind of just looking for the offense and the defense, but it's
Mm-hmm.
those like plays that happen out of nowhere that sparks your team and gives you that momentum, and honestly makes a difference between whether you win or lose. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, say if I score 7 touchdowns and you score 7 touchdowns, and we're in the fourth quarter, but we just returned a big punt return, we got a bunch of momentum, and that punt return will make our team feel like we might have scored 3 touchdowns, even though we only got one on the board. So
100%.
you need someone to come up big on special teams, maybe a block punt, a kick return, like a big kick return, just something explosive, something to
Mm-hmm.
give your team that momentum to recharge them. Because as the game goes on, you're dealing with a heavy rush or you're getting beat over the pass. Like you just need some type of momentum or spark. So that's why special teams is like so crucial this week.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Hey, I agree
Definitely.
with that. I
Couldn't have
agree
said
with
it any
that.
better.
Yes, and Andre, as you know, one big and I'm gonna say this one big hit on either a kickoff, a kick return, will
Mm-hmm.
set the tone for either side, especially late in the game.
Yeah.
Because if everything just say if it's a gun, if they just gunslinging all game, I mean all game seven like I said, 49-49, which is 7 touchdowns per team, and just randomly fourth quarter, probably 9 minutes ago, just a scenario. Say if Indiana punt the ball, right? And one of their gunners came down full speed, head of steam, hit the punt returner hard, and the only thing you gonna hear is like ooh,
Ooh,
ooh. And guess what?
They're
That's
gonna pop
gonna
that ball
turn.
loose.
Yes,
Man,
hopefully,
his mom standing up
hopefully,
in the stands praying for her baby.
yes. And while the whole crowd is erupting, electrifying,
Yeah.
them type of plays make games like this also. Like how both y'all said, and living in the moments and them type of moments right there gets your adrenaline pumping. Either side, honestly,
You
and
know,
I just love it.
I won't be surprised if we see this go into overtime.
Oh yes, yes,
This feels like it should be an overtime game going into it. I want to see this game and go into like 4 overtimes and see them trading 2-point conversions. I
yes.
want to see it. It should
Oh,
That
happen.
yeah. Either a
that's going to
overtime
be
or like a last second like touchdown, barely time on the clock expires. Like it just, I feel like for how big this game, it needs like a equally big or dramatic ending to match it because this is a big game.
this is a
Yeah.
huge game.
I
This is a
don't want to
huge
see a
game.
blowout here. I don't
Um,
want to see one of these teams take it over completely. I want this to be competitive. It should be competitive, and I'd love to see both these teams be really good this year and potentially both make the playoffs.
yeah,
Yes, yes.
I was gonna
Same
say,
here. My
I was gonna
bad. Go
say,
ahead,
it's
Dre.
kind of crazy though that Indiana's ranked 20 and Illinois is ranked 9, and maybe it's just me, but I feel like Illinois is the underdog in this game.
A
And
little bit. I mean, it is
Yeah, I feel
at
that.
Indiana.
I kind of
Hmm.
just feel like Indiana's about to take this one, and I don't know, it won't really shock me. I kind of just got that feeling like Indiana's about to pull it out.
All right, so that's your prize pick of the day. You think Indiana?
I'm taking
Ooh.
I'm
I
taking Illinois. I think it's close. I think Illinois ends up pulling it off. I really like Luke Altmaier
it.
hmm
more than I like Fernando Mendoza.
All right, bet. I'm in the middle. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm in the middle. Because this game is such a head, it's just a toss up, honestly.
Hmm.
Because nobody really knows who's gonna win, but that is the beauty of this game right here. This game should have been prime time. It should have been with the big noon kickoff game. This
Should
game should have been promoted all week.
I mean, I'll give Big Noon Kickoff their props. They are going to Texas Tech, Utah, which is a huge game for the Big 12.
Hmm.
But what are we doing, ESPN? College game day.
Yes.
Like, we're going to Miami and Florida. Miami's really good. Florida has not looked good this year.
Hmm.
I don't know why we're doing this. This game should have been game of the week.
That's what
Yeah.
I don't like about college football. They get so like caught up over these names, and they like
Hmm.
names overweigh like who's actually good and who we need to be watching.
100%.
Exactly. 100%.
100%.
So now, with the next biggest Big Ten game this week is Nebraska versus Michigan. Got my Wolverines
Your
all the way,
team.
baby. Got my Wolverines. I don't care who we play. I am a biased fan. Okay.
Well, I'm with you there because I hate Nebraska as an Iowa fan. So
Yep. See.
obviously, go Michigan, go Blue.
Yep.
I
Bless you.
fully on go Blue this week.
Yes, I am. But looking at some like the stats and statistics, Michigan defense honestly have not been playing as bad as people think or thought. Okay, and they are gelling together as you've seen in, of course, it was Central Michigan game, but still, our defense was almost looking complete. Like they was making way less mental errors and errors in general because they are. It was week 3. They understand the playbook and they understand each other now too, which they can only get better from now on. But this Michigan defense has 7 takeaways. 5 of them
It's
are
huge.
picks.
That's
Five of them are
huge.
picks. That is very huge, especially for the Michigan team. You know, this game won't be. How can I say this? Michigan offense is a
Yes.
Mhm.
run heavy dominant offense, and that's just our that's just who we are. Okay, we
Michigan
gonna
has to be able to dominate the trenches.
Yeah,
yes,
They can't win this game if they don't dominate in the trenches.
yes,
They
yes,
have
yes,
to. They
yes.
will be relying on the run game. I mean,
Hmm.
this is Bryce Underwood's first conference game.
Yes,
So
yes,
he
it
hasn't
is.
played. I mean, he hasn't played a conference game yet. So this is huge, and it really sucks for him. His first conference game is at Nebraska. That
Yes.
sucks. Huge fan base. You know that stadium's going to be packed. It's going to be
Hmm.
loud. It's going to be jumping. And even he's without his head coach again for the second week in a row.
Yes.
And
So
this
he
is
get.
not a good game to be missing Sharon Moore.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not. Go ahead, Dre.
I was gonna say, I'm no Bryce Underwood expert, and I don't know him personally, but just from watching what I've seen, like he seems like a dude and someone who just constantly keeps a chip on his shoulder, and he's gonna need that after that loss to Oklahoma. Like we don't really got to get into details. It was a very underwhelming performance by Michigan, but
Hmm.
I feel like this is their chance to bounce back and show that they still a dominant team and that they
Hmm.
deserve for him to be in the top rankings. So this is that chance to bounce back because Nebraska, they got a lot of momentum. They 3-0. They got a lot of confidence. Their quarterback is bringing in a lot of hype, whether it's because it's
Hmm.
or because he looked like Mahomes.
He
They
played like him too.
Nebraska's speaking off that. Like if I'm a receiver, no matter what attention my quarterbacks are getting, I know it's on me. Like just it
Hmm.
trickles down to me. So I got a lot of confidence going. We 3-0. Michigan just had that bad loss against Oklahoma. If I'm
Hmm.
Nebraska, I'm feeling real confident and real good going into this. So I
Me
feel like
too.
that chip that Bryce has on his shoulder, like he's got to let it show this week, and he's got to I don't know get it to rub off on his teammates and let them carry that chip on his shoulder going into this week.
Definitely.
Personally, I have a very, very strong feeling that that chip is already rubbed off on his teammates.
Mm-hmm.
You
Like
know,
that's good.
I think this game is actually going to look very similar to the Oklahoma game, except
Hmm.
flipped. I think that Michigan will be in the Oklahoma role, and Nebraska
Yeah.
is going to kind of look like Michigan, where it's going to be close, a
Hmm.
dog fight, but ultimately it was kind of dominated one side, despite the fact it doesn't really look like that.
Yes, but Nebraska offense is very, very nice. They
High
producing
powered.
a lot of yes, a lot of good numbers. Like Dylan Rayola. Oh my, that's pronouncing the name so wrong. But so far, he got 829 yards with 76.6 completion rate, with 8 touchdowns, and plus he almost thrown 100 passes within these first 3 weeks. So this is a pass-friendly offense, a very good pass-friendly offense, and they lead in rusher. Emmett Johnson, 52 carries, 326 yards, and 4 touchdowns. This offense is high-powered,
Mm-hmm.
High
very
powered.
high-powered.
High powered the last two games.
Yes.
Let's take a look back at the Cincinnati game they played week one.
It
It
wasn't.
not good.
They yeah, it was lackluster, but it's game one. It's
It
game one.
was. No, 100%. Like definitely it was game one. If Nebraska plays the way they played against Cincinnati or even just a fraction better than that, they're
Hmm.
screwed.
Oh yeah.
That this game will be over. They have to play to the wall, like just as hard as they can. They have to bring the fight because they didn't do that against Cincinnati, and they didn't really need to against their group of five schools that they played coming into
Yeah.
Hmm.
this.
And I was going to say, them playing weaker or lower teams, we see more of their secondary. And Nebraska's secondary is definitely good, but you're playing against Michigan. They're a run heavy
Hmm.
team. So, like, what good does that do you? How good your DBs can cover? Like, can they tackle? That's what's going to make the difference when you're playing this run heavy team. And then on the other end, like, Raiola, he's dangerous, but I don't know. Michigan's defense is a lot better than you think, and a lot better than they're
Hmm.
given credit for. And I don't think Nebraska's offense matches up with Oklahoma's offense. So I feel like
Hmm.
it'll be a little bit of a step down for Michigan's defense. And I feel like as that confidence builds up and they realize like we still can play last week, which is last week. I
Hmm.
feel like that's when you get that, like you were saying about in how Oklahoma just took off of Michigan. I think it'll be like that for Michigan and Nebraska.
Yes. I feel the same way, but I can say one more point about Nebraska defense. They are some great open field tacklers
Mm-hmm.
because if you look at like of course the statistics of course because that's where we get most of our information from anyway. But they have a total of 90 combined solo tackles, which means is if because we're not a really big pass heavy team, but if it's open field, they most likely gonna either make the tackle or trip him up and let his teammate come and make the tackle for him because they're just gonna open field tackling, which is very nice.
They
It's
need to
very
be
good.
this week.
Yes. They're gonna have to be this week.
They have to be if they want a shot to win this game. Because
Yes.
as soon as Michigan's running backs, as soon as they get outside, I mean, they're gone if you can't
Hmm.
tackle them.
I was
Yes.
even with Bryce Underwood, if you because he's so good at getting out of the pocket and extending
Hmm.
plays, and like if you get a D lineman who has the chance to make a sack and he misses that tackle, well then you probably in a bad
Screwed.
spot because he's got a
Hmm.
chance to take a shot. I know when his receiver's gonna get open because I mean you can only cover for so long. No matter even if you were to put Jalen Ramsey in a high school game, he can only cover someone for so long. So like
Yeah.
but then if you got a guy like Bryce Underwood running around in the backfield, like
Hmm.
it's a lot that can happen. So you have to make those first tackles. You can't miss tackles and hope the second guy gets them. You at least have to
Hmm.
hold on until your team can come in and like swarm and help or push him to
Yes.
the sideline, make him throw the ball away. But you have to not let him use his legs. If you can do that, then I think that makes him uncomfortable, kind of like last week, and then that's when you get your chance.
Hmm.
Well, and Nebraska needs to put a spy on
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Bryce
got
Underwood
to
all game long.
because yeah, because
Have to.
last week against Central Michigan he had 100 and it was 100 plus yards, okay, of just pure rushing. It was him scrambling, but he could use his legs. He has great speed to him, and he's hard to get down. Once again, he is like 6'3", 6'4", 230 plus pounds. That's a big guy back there. That's almost a defensive end playing quarterback. So if y'all, like, not y'all, if Nebraska defense want to go head hunting, they got to come full speed and full tilt the whole way because that guy is hard to bring down. And same with our running backs and receivers. Like to me, in my eyes, what is biased, but this one is really not. We are a hard team to like tackle in a way because it's gonna take more than one guy just to tackle anybody that's on our roster. Honestly, the boys been in the weight room. They live in the weight room.
They're big.
They are.
They're
Yes,
big and strong.
yes, and
And
that's how.
this is a huge. I mean, this could be a big factor in the playoffs for the Big Ten
Hmm.
again in this game. I
Yes.
mean, Nebraska hasn't lost a game yet.
Hmm.
If they look really good in this game this weekend and they win, this might just this might be what pushes them to the next level to go, hey, yeah, we're going to win 11 games this year. We're pushing for
Hmm.
the playoff. We're going to make the Big Ten championship game. I mean, this will be a huge confidence boost for them if they win.
I feel that. Yes, I agree with that. I agree wholeheartedly. Well, time to switch over to Michigan State and USC. Ooh, ooh, I got Michigan State losing
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
I mean, USC, they have the highest rated offense in the country so far this season.
Yes,
The most
very.
yards, they have the most yards in the country right now,
Mm-hmm.
offensively, with
Mm.
1,812.
Ooh.
Texas Tech is right behind them, and I mean Texas Tech has been really good offensively. I mean they've been high powered, but we haven't seen anything out of anyone else in the country similar to USC on the offensive side. They have the
Mm-hmm.
second most points in the country scored on offense with 165.
Ooh, it's about to be
Aver-
I
this
scoring.
Averaging
game
55 points.
is
I was gonna say
insane.
averaging 55 points and 600 yards. Like as a D coordinator, like I'm almost pulling my hair out that week, thinking like, how do I fake sick? Like, how do I get out of work
I
this week?
don't think so.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
can't
how
do
you
it.
gotta. It's
What do
like
you do to stop it?
you kind of like this week. Like I'm just telling my offense and the OC, like, listen, you're basically the head coach on offense this week. I gotta be with my defense. I gotta let the spirits up, do
Yeah.
something like. You got to keep them going, keep their energy high, because like when you know a team can do that, like you don't have a chance to just go out there and have fun. Like you kind of just have to be so like I don't just in a different mode, and you don't I don't know that can be draining when you have to carry yourself like that the whole time. So you kind of got to find a way to keep them calm and relaxed, and not let everything they've done in the past carry over to this week. Because they got to remember, like they're not the teams that USC has played in the past, so
Hmm.
you have to just have a chip on their shoulder and just be confident. No, like they are college football players too. 55 points a game, like that only happens if you allow it. So
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But Michigan State about to allow a lot more than that. I can tell you that now because they last week against Youngstown, first half was a dogfight.
It was.
Okay.
It was.
and Youngstown State University is a smaller D1, and now they gonna get the best offense in the country right now. If they if Michigan State defense cannot hold them, if they cannot come up with a couple stops, then the game is over with. The game is over because UNC defense is nice too, but Michigan State offense is
Iffy.
it's average in a way. It's average. Well, it could be average. It could be slightly above average, but if they play like how think they gonna play, it's gonna be below average.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think USC is just gonna come out quick, hot, taking their shots because that's what they do best. So I feel like they're
Hmm.
just they're gonna speed the game up for Michigan State, and then Michigan State is gonna try and do the opposite, slow it down, run the ball a lot, chew a lot of clock, just make
Hmm.
the game as short as possible to give USC as little of a chance. But I don't know. That's just in my opinion. I think that's when things get bad.
Hmm.
Um, I've seen firsthand. I played in systems like that where you try and just run the ball to drain the clock because you don't want to let the other team score a lot. Like, they're still scoring their points, and now we're just wasting time. So like you have to take your shot. You have to,
I
don't let
mean, yeah, that's definitely
try
true.
to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, I
It's true.
participated in that same exact game you talking about. It brought back memories, man.
I wasn't talking names. I could have been talking about high school, man.
Nah, nah.
And I played for more than one school in college, so I
Uh-huh.
just it could have been anyone, but cats out the bag is definitely who I was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I'm already knowing because that game we rushed for almost 400 yards, but we still lost by 21 plus.
I was about to say we still got pulled out and had 400 yards of rushing, so it's like good job, but bad job.
Man, man, that game, I can't even really explain it, Bowden. I can't. Just
Hey, the
know
offense can't do everything.
exactly, but Bowden, just know we had all 4 seasons in that one game. We came out, it was sunny, it got the raining out of nowhere. And after that, it got extremely cold. Then hail came out of nowhere. Mind you, all of this was in the first half.
We was sweating, then the sweat froze on us, and then it hit the tail.
It's the
It
worst.
was,
The
man,
worst.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Uh,
That game.
but let's back to this USC. I just want to point in Jaden Mavia,
Mhm.
USC's quarterback, hasn't thrown an interception yet this year, similar
Uh-uh.
to Mendoza at Indiana. He hasn't
Mhm.
turned the ball over yet. That's huge. That's huge. If
Okay.
he keeps doing that, they're going to be fine. Michigan State, they have to protect the football this week.
They got to.
USC's offense has thrived off of getting turnovers.
Yes.
When they get
Yes.
turnovers, they score very quick after.
Hmm.
They get the ball, they score, they put their defense back out there, and they just stop you. They stuff you every time. They don't let you score very much.
Yes. And that's how football should be played. They
Exactly.
they are playing everything by the book, literally. Have a very high power offense and have a defense to counteract that also. That that would actually pride themselves on getting stops and getting turnovers and playing like our defense should be playing, you know? Because they got dogs out there. They got some dogs out there
Yeah.
on offense and defense.
Yeah, and their defensive front has been super strong, very physical, very aggressive. They
Hmm.
that was the D lineman who got the pick six last weekend against Purdue, right?
Yep.
That was the USC
Yep.
game. Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
moving
Like
70 yards.
imagine if he does it again.
Like,
He's going to
hey,
create a lot of penetration into that Michigan State backfield, and that's
mhm.
not going to be good for the Spartans.
Yep. The Spartans got to watch out for Big Zero. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. 6'3", 300 plus pounds. And he can move a little bit. That's a big, strong boy.
He's
big.
quick.
So,
He's explosive.
yes, yes. And he actually knows how to use his hands. So,
Michigan won't have to worry about him next year. He'll be in the league.
I hope so.
You never know.
Yeah, you really don't.
Say
You really
NIL,
don't.
he might just come back.
Yeah, yeah. But so I'm gonna say this: if y'all got an opportunity to make about $1 million to $3 million in NIL money in college, would y'all accept that, or would y'all just go to the league as like a projected second or third round pick?
It depends. Ooh, I guess it would depend on who's drafting me.
It depends on a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can take guaranteed money, come back. I mean, if you're a second or third round pick, you kind of look dumb, going, oh, I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if I just came off a national championship and I'm going to be a projected second or third round pick, I'm going to the league. I've already won a national championship.
See?
But if I'm coming back and going, my team's going to be really, really good next year, we have an opportunity to go back to the playoffs and compete for a national championship. That's my goal. I mean, yeah, I'm going to come back and do that.
Okay.
Yeah, if I got a chance to, if I already won a ring and I did it all I needed to do, I guess there's no point. But like say I'm trying to think of someone like say Shador and I'm getting ready to get drafted to the Ravens. I might stay in college because like why would I want to go play for the Ravens and they already have Lamar? So if I get drafted to a new team, I'll still make my millions to get to play football. Like maybe that might be the reason. But I mean, playing college football and having to take classes for $1 million or being a professional athlete for 10 million plus, I mean, it sounds like a easy one to me.
No, yeah. It is the easy one.
Hey, but if you're a grad student, you don't have to take as many classes. You don't have to be in a full schedule. So if you're a grad student, it's a little lighter.
It's a lot of lighter. I can tell you that now. Because you ain't doing nothing but taking bull crap classes. Just to somewhat fill out your schedule. Like
fishing and yoga.
Man, fishing, yoga, probably drawing or something. I don't know.
He's just telling us his schedule right now.
Yeah.
Definitely is. Definitely is. That joke is funny. But other than that, it's a lot of other games. Well, I like say Ohio State, they on a bye week. Penn State's on a bye week. Purdue is at Notre Dame this week.
Notre Dame will finally get their first win.
Yeah.
Yes, they will.
No hate to Purdue. They've actually looked pretty good this year, but I guess I don't know. I mean, Notre Dame's been close in their games, despite the fact they haven't won. They probably win by 2 or 3 scores.
Mm-hmm. Then Minnesota's on a bye, and Northwestern. It's a lot of Big Ten teams that's on a bye this week. A lot. But Oregon versus Oregon State, that's happening this week, and Washington versus Washington State is happening this week. Just in-state rivalry games.
Fun old Pac-12 rivalry games.
Yep, you gotta love them. But they're
not going to be close.
No, not at all. The Pac-12 don't have nothing on the Big Ten.
Not anymore. I mean, they didn't really before, but now, nothing.
I have Oregon winning by landslide, and I have Washington winning by probably 3 scores.
Yeah, that game will be closer than the Oregon one, but not by a whole lot.
Yeah. But guess what? It's going to be a duck versus a beaver this week.
Hey, man. Roll beeves, man.
Roll beeves. But this week, it's the ducks. I made a heart.
Quack.
Quack.
Close enough.
Yes, it was. Well, other than that, guys, I hope y'all have a good one. All right. Hey, everybody else, please drive safe. And make sure that y'all either have your coffee or your Red Bull in the morning for y'all can actually get to work safely. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This is Q Nelson. We signing out.